Peace, love, and light, everyone. This is me, Zana, and welcome to Soul Talk. So, as you know, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, I will be here on Soul Talk. What is Soul Talk about? Soul Talk is about us sapient beings coming together and having a fun conversation about life. The the interesting factor here is that there's no preparation. So, how I'm getting the discussion is through these awareness cards. So, what I do is I choose a card and then introduce life events. So, the first card that we're talking about today would be, hold on, let me shuffle that one more time. Let me make sure that is my Facebook is actually streaming. Hold on. I think it is. Here we go. The first card that we're talking about today. Hold on. I can hear my Facebook. Let me lower this a little bit. My Facebook is actually streaming. Hold on. Okay, great. So it's streaming, it's there, everything seems as though it's in order. So let's shuffle these cards again. As you see me shuffling here. I can't hold it too high because I'm really not that good at shuffling either. Okay. So the card, actually two came out. And the first card says, am I letting fear stop me? So this is what the card looks like. Am I letting fear stop me? So let's talk about that for a minute. Am I letting fear stop me? We have a tendency of asking for what we want. This is what will bring me joy in my life. And again, I know that that's looking to the outside of ourselves, looking at either a situation or a person to change who we are, right? And so the card says, am I letting fear stop me? Well, if we're looking for someone outside of ourselves to make an event happen, to make us happy, to make us feel better about ourselves, whatever it is, if we're looking for something, a situation, or someone outside of ourselves, know that that is fear-based. In the Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, he talks about two things, object referral and self-referral. Object referral are times when we look outside of ourselves to feel better, or we look for someone to do something or a situation such as work, to define who we are as an individual. I'm looking over here because I'm seeing something funky is going on Facebook, but no worries. I'll post it if it will be posted, so don't worry about it. So we look outside of ourselves. We look at our job to define us. Are we meeting that status? We look at people, our friends, they're pulling in six-figure salaries, and so therefore we look to that. That's what we are achieving. That's where we want to be. And again, we are striving, we're achieving, and there's no satisfaction. We don't look at the things that we have accomplished, the love for the things that we said we wanted and we have gotten, and they are now a part of our lives. We don't look at that. We are constantly looking at climbing that ladder and achieving. So all this this gratitude and love for the things that are around us we can't see. I'm smiling because I just had this conversation not too long ago, and it's almost as though, I'm playing this thing back. It's like deja vu for a minute. So that's why I was smiling. So now, am I letting fear stop me? Because we are looking at something outside of ourselves, there is a great chance that the ego is involved. And so therefore, if at any time the ego says, you know what, that's not a comfortable fit for us, you shouldn't go there, the ego is going to throw fear right in its place. Why? Because the ego was created out of fear. It was created also for our fight or flight. It was created that if something is not safe, that's what engages. The ego engages, our system engages. It's time we're either fighting or we're either flighting, running away. So when we look outside of ourselves, we are engaging that ego, that critical self, that conditioned self that brings our history with us, all our fears. And so it's easy for us to listen to it because we are accustomed. We have been listening to it for all these years. So there's nothing new here. Yes, we're going to listen to it again because it's what comes natural for us. So am I letting fear stop me? From the time you ask yourself that question, know that if there's fear there, your ego is involved. And therefore, it's time to say to your ego, thank you for serving me. You have done such a good job all these years. But at this time, let me take care of you. And you put it to rest. Because when you look at it for what it isn't anything to be fearful of. It is just uncomfortability, uncertainty. And always remember, with uncertainty, there is creativity. You can create, you can manifest things that you have never thought of before. And that's the beautiful thing about manifesting. It doesn't have to look like what someone else has done before or what other people are accustomed seeing. No, creativity and manifestation is something completely your own. What you conjure and what you bring into existence. So you think it, you speak it, and you behave that way. So, am I letting fear stop me? Ask yourself that question. If that question is yes, then know that your ego is involved. And so check the ego and take that step. So I always talk about my formula, and in my formula, there is a step. There's that breath that you take so that you can take that next step. It puts space between that fear you're feeling and what it is you need to do in order to accomplish what it is that you said you wanted to accomplish. So on the back side of this card, it says, are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable. But it's up to you to see that by taking action. So how do you conquer that fear? You have to take action. And lastly, it says, today be brave and do it. This is just like the conversation I was having. Today be brave and do it sacredly. Choose one fear and move through it. So if you're feeling fearful about a lot of different things, as we age, and I'm talking to my sapient women, those wise women 55 plus right now, as we age, we have a lot of fears that takes over our mind, body, spirit connection. We tend to we think about loneliness, we think about the aesthetics, how we're aging. If we're by ourselves, are we going to have someone or find someone? Are we going to age by ourselves? We start to look at our bodies. How are they functioning? Are they sickly? Do they what they need? And even though they may need something, we're still stuck. We're still stuck. So it is that we're saying maybe we should take a walk, a 15-minute walk a day. But you are so caught in this cycle of doubt and fear, and a cycle of lack of motivation and disbelief and all that low energy, that again, we allow the ego to keep us stuck. So what I'm saying is take that step, take that breath, take that step and engage, activate. You are in need of a hero. I say Shiro, but you're in need of a hero. You are in need of a hero. So that is who will become. So you're in need of a hero, you're in need of a Shiro, that's who will become, that's who will come forward. So step into your greatness and allow you to feel you, your authenticity, your authentic you. We at our core, we are energy. We're energetic beings, and this energy that we have can transform. It can change. It can heal. It can do all these things. It's just that we weren't taught how to do these things. So we tend to not pay attention. I'm asking you to take that step. I'm asking you to sit, to look at your fears, and to take the step. Be your Shiro, be your hero. So the next card, because 2 fell out, 2 came, so I'm giving you both. We still have time. The next card is, am I focused on what I want most? This is the card. Hold on, let me get it in the shot. Okay. Am I focused on what I want most? For me, this is a journaling question, but I know some people don't like to journal because they don't see the benefit of journaling, but I see the benefit of journaling. So this is a journaling question for me. But if it's not a journaling question for you, I gave the individuals who subscribe to my channel a self-care guide, right? The self-care guide. And I want you to put this card, this question, am I focused on what I want most, in that self-care guide? And I gave you a space to write. And I believe that was the space where it looks like this woman is coming out of a calla lily and being transformed, right? So journal on this or write about this card. Or even if you don't want to do any of those things, think about it. Think about in meditation, give some deep thought, and just put some bullets on that sheet. If you don't have the self-care guide and you have a journal, or you don't have a journal, just think about it, play it out so that it can come into fruition. Am I focused on what I want most? A lot of times we say this is what we want, and we ask the universe to give it to us. And we get it. And when we get it, whatever it is, we don't appreciate it. And so I started this soul talk out with achieving, and not spending time in gratitude or satisfaction, right? So a lot of times we're given what we ask for, and we get it, and for a split moment, we're excited. We may not even say thank you to the universe for giving what it is that you ask for. You may get and be so excited that you go off and running. Oh, this is what I got. This is what I got. And then 2 minutes later, you think of something else that could be in its place, that you could, oh, you know what? I got this, but if I added something else to it, then it would be even better. And so what it is that you ask for and you have gotten from the universe is truly a gift. I'm saying to you, play it out to its fullest, because it's not just what you see. It comes in so many different layers. And I know you may be thinking that something else will bring you that satisfaction and that happiness. But if you don't unpeel or peel the layers back of the gift that you received and work it to your highest good, and it's just sitting there on a shelf, you will not get the benefits from it. So let's say you were given the gift of knowledge in a specific area, and you say, okay, I want to, and this is true to form. I mean, I'm speaking truth now because this happened to me. I wanted to be a doula. I wanted to be a doula. I got my doula certificate. Actually, prior to getting the doula certificate, I was still doing doula work. A lot of new birth doula, as well as the grief doula. So people or families who have lost children, babies through the birthing process, or even families who have lost family members through cancer and what have you, use my services. But here's what happened. I sort of said, oh yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I've done that for a while. I've done that for a while. And I kind of put it on the shelf and I went to other things, like, okay, I'm almost as though I'm saying, okay, I'm finished with that. And that's it. But I wasn't finished. How do you become finished supporting other people through grief? That's a work that if you ask for it, it's never done. You're doing it till death, till you leave this form. And I put it on a shelf and I went on to other things. And in doing the other things, I found that there was something still lacking. I wasn't feeling that fill that I was getting before. Because there's a lot to be said when you give your heart to someone when they're in a grieving state and you comfort them, or you are the channel of comfort from the universe. There's so much to be said about that. It's a feeling that it's indescribable. I just don't have words to put to it. So what I'm saying is that I remember putting that to the side. It's like, you know what? I don't want to do it anymore. And I found excuses. You know what? It's just so depressing. It's just so whatever. I found the excuse to be okay with putting it on the shelf. But in going through my other areas that I had gotten certificates and what have you, I didn't feel a sense of accomplishment until I came back around, and I needed to do that. I needed to put it on the shelf and go through that process and come back around and bring it into my healing. So now it still looks different. It doesn't look like what I was doing years back, but now with the other modalities that I'm using, and I talk about it all the time. I talk about, letting go, the grieving process. Because when we think of grieving, we think of actually a death of a certain person or something like that. And it doesn't have to be like that. It could be a relationship. It could be a job situation that you've been working for a period of time and you got laid off. Or it could be a retirement. You know, you work, and even though you're looking forward to retirement, come retirement, you put 30 some odd years at a company where you have created an environment of friends, you know, all that. And now you have moved away from that. That's grieving. You have to grieve that. Even if it's on a sub level, you still have to grieve it. You have to allow it to surrender itself and to leave your energetic field, so to speak. It's still in there a little bit, but it's not active, is what I should say. So this whole, am I focused on what I want? If it is that you want something, you ask for it. And don't harp on it over and over and over again. Know that the universe heard you and it's yours. You're getting this. I always say, if it's to my highest good, because sometimes I want stuff and I can't see the whole picture at the time. So when I get it, it's not what I want, and I want it to be fixed right now. I don't want it anymore. Take it away, take it away. But so I always put in there, only if it's to my highest good, because then I know that it's going to bring me peace and joy and love and laughter. So am I focused on what I want most? Make sure you know what it is. You ask for it. You ask for it and know that it's yours, and then release it. Allow the universe to do with it what it will. And so in the back of the card, it says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. And that was written actually by Tony Robbins. And so, you know, we dabble here, we dabble there, and we don't really focus and use the gift that was given. We ask for it, but we don't. So I'm saying to you, if you want something and you want it, you really want it, ask for it, and ask for it in detail. And then once you ask for it, know that it's being given. And know that it's going to be given, and you're going to use it, and it's going to be for your highest good. And don't dabble. Once you get it, don't put it on the shelf and move to something else. No. Work in layers. You work on the first layer and then allow it to unfold, because the universe never gives you a gift that can be used just one way for you. It has to be, when you're asking, something that it's going to serve your highest good as well as the good of other people. The universe is not selfish and does not work that way. And so that you know, make sure when you ask for this gift that you're using it to serve others as well. But you first, you take care of you, and then you serve others. Okay, and the last part of that card says, what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? If so, prioritize. So that's our soul card. And I want to say, for those of you, we have a few minutes. So starting in January, right, we're going to have my class. And my class is about aging gracefully. So the title of the course is, and it's a course, not a class. The course is Healing the Process of Aging Gracefully, the Art of Sacred Transformation and Sacred Love. And this is about, as we age. Okay, so I'm going to take a sidetrack to come back to this. So, you know, I do the soul talk, and I make these little posts, and I say 55 plus. So when I say 55 plus, I know you guys heard me talk about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again because it came up this evening 3 times. So someone said to me, Mizana, so it's 55 plus, so I'm not 55 yet. Can I come in on this? So let me just say, so my website, I changed my website to pictures of aging gracefully, women who are aging gracefully that are 55 plus and up. So you're going to see 50, 60, 70, 80, fine. Why was that important? Because I want to speak to my age group. And because my age group, you don't see our pictures posted all over. Only now, recently, I started to see more women 50, 60 actually taking the spotlight. But that's not the norm. Even if the maintainer of the website, they could be 70 for all I know, but you see these young, beautiful, tight, toned, muscular, women wearing these little insy bincy tiny bathing suits and these tight fitting clothes and just I'm gorgeous. We have that in our community. Are sapient women 55 plus. We have women who exercise and look good. We have women who don't dye their hair and therefore they allow their grace to show through. We have women that dye their hair that we have a range within our population, our community as well. But it was very important for me that when someone clicks on that website, for them to see a reflection of themselves, be it gender, race, age, whatever it is. I want you to be able to come in and feel comfortable in that space and not have the questions in your head as, I wonder if this would be good for me. Now, that's why I have an older, a more mature population on my site. That doesn't mean that if you're younger, you cannot take a class or take, what have you. It doesn't mean anything like that. It doesn't mean you can't come on the website. It doesn't mean you can't participate. It doesn't mean anything like that. Why? Because we're all aging. And even though you may not be at 55 yet, you will hopefully get there. It's information. So this information can be used now in your 30s, in your 40s, because it's a way of thinking. I'm talking about remembering, going back to a time where you didn't have all this confusion and chaos and egoic thinking and this conditioned self that's ruling your life. That's telling you what you should do, how you should behave, and what have you. I'm going back to that time where at your core self is this energetic field that inherently knows how to take care of you, how to heal you, how to be. We are beings, not doings, not doings. We are human beings, spiritual beings. And we have moved away from the being to the doing. So the information on the website helps everyone. Everyone. It doesn't matter if you are man, woman, gender specific or non. It doesn't matter if you're young or older. It doesn't matter. It's information. But when you hear me speak, you hear me speak to my people because I'm a woman, because I'm over 55. And so that's who I'm communicating with. But if you're on the site and you want to take a course or you want to ask questions and you're younger, by all means, connect with me. So know that 55 plus doesn't define who we are. It's not about number. It's about our experience. It's about where we're going now and where we are and what we can manifest and create. So that was our soul talk this evening. I hope that if you have any questions, you would put it in the comments section, and I go through my Facebook every day. So if I see any comments there, I will definitely respond to it. And please go to my site, In My Mother's Womb, sacredmedicines.com. Register, subscribe to the site, and you will be taken to the page where you can get the self-care guide. Download the self-care guide and use it. It is fabulous. It creates thought so that you can see how you're thinking, any ways you may need to maybe check your mindset, put your ego to rest, take that step forward. It's a good support system, as well as it's created in love. So you're going to feel the love when you use the self-care guide. And January the 11th, the course will be starting, my Healing the Process of Aging Gracefully, the Art of Sacred Transformation and Sacred Love. That starts in January. And I hope to speak with you guys soon. Drop my comments and I will respond, and visit my website. I'll put the link in this live. Okay, so peace, love, and light. I'll speak with you guys soon. I look forward to many videos from time to time right here. Enjoy. Ashe.